Hi, I'm Lynn from Lynn's Cakeaway and I'm making some frog figures today, starting off with some green fondant. Just cut it into circles and now I'm rolling white fondant balls. This is going to make the frog's eyes. I'm making 2 frogs, that's why there's 4 in total. Now I'm just using a bit of water, which I'll use to stick the green onto the white. This will all make perfect sense once we add them to the body shape in a second. This bit can be quite fiddly, as you can see here. If this is happening to you, you just need to dampen down your paintbrush and run it around the edge. Anywhere that's not sticking together, add a little bit of water and it will stick. Just like so. What I'm doing here is I'm pulling it back out just to round off that eyeball a little bit as I've squashed it, trying to get it into shape. Doesn't matter too much if it's just flat slightly on this front white edge anyway. I'll fast forward doing the others so you don't have to sit through me doing that. Next up, we're going to make the iris for the frog's eyes. So I've chose a pale blue here, and there is a reason for this, which you will see in a mo. Just take a little bit of water to stick that onto the eyes. And then I'm taking a sky blue Spectrum Flow paint, edible paint. And I'm just going to paint it around the edge of those irises, just pulling in from the outside. You can't really see too well, slightly out of focus, but you will see it once it's moved away. And do that on all 4. Obviously you can make the frog's eyes different colours, you can make them more authentic looking. I'm just taking a bit of black paint to paint in the pupil. And then using a bit of spaghetti to push into the bottom of the eyes. So make sure you've got your iris and pupil facing the right way, so if you want them looking a certain direction. What I'm doing here. Making one look one way slightly and one the other way slightly. Now we're going to move on to the body. So take some green fondant and then you want to make a number 8 shaped figure. So you've got a big bulb on the bottom and a smaller bulb on the top, and then that small bulb you pinch out at the front and at the sides. It's difficult to explain. It's better to look, so in a second I'll hold it up and you'll see what I mean. So here I am, just squeezing out the front again and the sides, and then I take a bit of spaghetti, but you could use any tool, just to mark in his mouth. This just seemed like the right thickness and was just next to my hand. And now I'm really not happy with the way that his eye is sitting. So in a second you'll see me take that off, smooth down the fondant underneath and pop it back on. And now I'm just shaping around the body a bit more to how I'd like it. And I'm starting on the feet. So this is going to be his back leg and foot. So again, we're starting off with almost like a figure of 8. Cutting one end into 3. They're his 3 toes. This takes a little bit of work. You have to keep squeezing and shaping until you're happy with the way it looks. I'm aiming to have it thinner here where I'm pinching at the moment, and then wider right at the tip of the toes. And then once you've done that, you take the other end of your figure of 8 and you squash it out. Once it's squashed out, you add a bit of water and you stick that onto the side of his body. Repeat again for the other side. And because he fell backwards earlier, I'm just popping him back here so he's not near any of the wet paint. Do have to fiddle about and make sure that your feet and legs are sitting where you want them to. And then we're making a start on the hands and arms. So here I'm just making almost like little web toes, or fingers as it's a hand. And then bend it, just make a little elbow. Pop that onto your frog. And now we're going to repeat this again for the other frog. This time I have slowed it down and I'm making more of an effort to show you how I'm shaping it. So first of all, I'm shaping it with the bigger bulb at the bottom and the smaller bulb at the top, and then as you can see I'm just pulling out the front to make the mouth, squashing down the head at the top to make it where sort of his cheeks would be. And then once you're happy with the shape, pop the eyes in the top. This time I'm actually using a bit of spaghetti just to mark the holes ready. And this one's going to have a nice straight-ish smile, just to give them both their own little personality. And we'll repeat in again with the toes and the arms, and then we're going to leave them overnight to set. Time to add any extra details that you wish, so I've dusted with a forest green, added some lime spots and some extra blue to the eyes. I've absolutely loved making these. Here they are on the finished cake. If you've enjoyed watching me, please consider subscribing, as I'll be posting more videos like this. Thank you for joining me. Hopefully see you again soon.